I was at the bagel shop in Hoboken getting breakfast and a coffee this morning, and I was talking to one of the guys who works there. I go there a couple times a week, so I know the people who work there really well. And one of the guys just said he's been feeling exhausted recently. And he said it had nothing to do with a lack of sleep or any real issues in his life. It had to do with information overload. He said that it's like a perpetual exhaustion. It's not that he's tired, he's just like beat and worn out, because you might feel it too. The internet and just the day-to-day ongoings of everything that's going on and just connectivity all the time is exhausting. Basically, any ad-supported business model is incentivized with content to try to get you to watch and to share it, because they make money through page views. They don't make money by you engaging with the content for a long amount of time. So think about just this week, this exhausting week. We've had all the Sean Spicer stuff, Pepsi, and United Airlines. Just this week, there's been 3 events that we've all been talking about as a country, and it seems like if you don't know about those things, you're just missing out and don't know what's going on. And then think about our social media streams. Everything is filtered based on chronology. We have the latest stuff at the top, and you can't possibly run out of stuff to watch or consume. So think about Twitter. You go off your feed for 10 minutes and all of a sudden you have 50 new tweets. Think on Facebook. That's an endless stream of things. So the internet is designed so that you can't possibly run out of stuff to consume, stuff to engage with. And because of that, you never feel like you're done with it. And then at some point we got journalism confused with news and news confused with culture. And human history, we've been collecting knowledge for more than 2,000 years. And since Gutenberg invented the printing press sometime in the 1500s or the 1600s, we've been able to store and document that knowledge and pass it on from generation to generation. And we've been doing that for so long. Think about your Facebook feed and all the things that you see. I bet most of it was produced and is about events that happened in the last 24 to 48 hours, at least a hefty chunk of it. But what about the ancient wisdom, the stuff that has been true for years and years and years? When did that stop becoming important? And I think as citizens, it's really hard to escape this neo-mania that we're in as a society. And because of that, I'm worried that we're missing the signal for the noise. We're missing the forest for the trees. And it's on us as consumers of news and as citizens and people who only get one life to be really critical about how we consume content, where we get it, and when it was written. Look, I know the correlation isn't one-to-one, but there's definitely a strong correlation between the amount of time it takes to produce something and the amount of nourishment and value that it provides to people who engage with that piece of content. A book might take 30, 40, 50 years to think about, to debate about, and then to finally write and produce. But with a piece of journalism, so much of it is done in 2 to 4 hours under tight deadlines. And it worries me because you can't possibly establish depth and nuance in that time, which is what makes a piece of journalism or any piece of content really rewarding and really nourishing. I say all this because I read this week that the average person will spend 6 years of their lives on social media, more time than we spend eating or socializing. So it's really important for us to be thinking about how are these platforms designed and how they're affecting us. Like almost anything that impacts billions of people, there is no panacea. And I think our consumption habits should be different. The ways that we consume content should reflect our own individuality. But it's tough to remember that the internet is still such a nascent technology. It's on us, the millennials, the Gen Xers, and the digital natives, to create an internet that we want to live in, that we want to inhabit. And the work begins now.